Hey, you're listening to Scam Me, the podcast that breaks down online safety and scams without the boring bits. Hello, everybody. I'm Tom here with,
James?
And Heidi?
and we're going to be talking about the show Adolescence. Now, have you guys seen Adolescence?
I have.
I actually haven't, Tom. I'm very intrigued at watching it, but I was wondering if you could explain something about it to me.
Well, it's a 4-episode series on Netflix that is filmed in the style of a play, actually. So the episodes are all one shot, so they do one whole take, and it's the way it's staged as if it's a play.
Okay.
And it covers themes like loneliness and incels and crime in schools
the
and among young
main
children.
plot base was that there's this 13-year-old boy who got arrested on suspicion of murder.
Okay.
And so they went into his house and arrested him. And it kind of follows the process of them finding. I think a lot of it was them trying to find the motive of why he did it. So
Right.
from the start, we know that he did it, but there's always that part of people who were like, "Did he really do it? Did he really do it?" But they have CCTV evidence of him murdering this young girl. And then it becomes clear that he did it because of that sense of rejection he felt when she rejected him.
Okay.
And so that's kind of where it started, but there's lots of messages in it. There's lots of themes of social media and how that can, like, I want to say corrupt, but like corrupts a young person's mind and how they think. As they looked a lot at like Andrew Tate and some of his opinions and how that affects particularly young boys and how they perceive women and just life in general. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So
It sounds very fascinating. So, in that case, what, in the end, what was his motive?
it was
It was because he was being bullied and by a girl in the school,
I see.
and
she
he
rejected him when he asked her out. So there was a thing with her nudes being sent around.
Okay.
Because of this, he thought her value was like pushed down. So he thought, oh, maybe I'll have a chance with her now. So
and
he asked her out, got rejected, and he had a knife.
and it was that he, because of his own poor views on himself,
Mm.
he kind of found ideologies online like 80% of women are attracted to 20% of men, and kind of fell into that group of incels and felt like he could get with that woman at her weakest point.
Right. So he was in a desperate position and was taught to take advantage of others once they also fell into the same position? Something along those lines?
Yeah, a lot of his teachings was specifically from social media. So I think that was a big theme that is heavily explored in Adolescence is the social media impact on people, which is, I think, something really important that Adolescence is actually exploring because these young people and parents in particular, because obviously parents don't know what their children are up to, what they're seeing on social media platforms. So I think it was important to have this in Adolescence. So then it was shown to them just kind of be wary of the stuff they may be seeing and know that there's a lot more going on than what meets the eye and stuff like that.
Absolutely. I mean, I was going to ask, does that count as some kind of neglect from the parents?
I think it's to a point it is, but I don't think that there's any going around it.
So I think it's really hard to censor what you can do and see online now. So you can put in parental controls and blocks all that you want, but it's easy. It's even easier to find ways around that.
Yeah. And like there's stuff like YouTube Kids, but even those can have stuff that children shouldn't be seeing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And because it's a place specifically for children, people who want children to see stuff that they're not supposed to see will know that that is a targeted place.
Yeah.
For these children, they know that the children will be seeing these and probably unsupervised because parents will see YouTube Kids and think, oh, they can't be watching something that they shouldn't be, but they actually could be. I think the Adolescents did a good job of showing parents that in reality, putting just that screen and thinking, oh, it's okay. They're just watching their videos. They're watching streamers. anything, it's not really as safe as you think it might be. Yeah.
It seems like a very informative show. Do you think that you've yourselves have learned anything from watching it?
I would say so.
I
Yeah?
think definitely, yeah. I think it's encouraged me to like broaden my mind on what's actually happening and like to be wary for other people and what they may be experiencing from social media. And because this child, he was saying how he could have done worse to the girl, like he may have murdered her,
Yeah,
but
like,
he
oh,
would
what I
have
did
done
wasn't that
worse.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just that perception and like being cautious of how people may view things, being a bit more prepared in some sense of like that's a reality rather than because you don't expect that. There's nothing you'd expect from a 13-year-old boy.
Mm.
But he thought it was fine to be going around with a knife.
Yeah.
And he thought it was completely normal. He fully thought, oh, I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't done anything wrong, and saying he could have done worse. And just that idea is something that is quite mind opening.
And I think it's easier to latch on to harmful information online like that boy did when you're feeling lonely. Because obviously you'll spend less time with other people and more time online. And that can lead you down loopholes that
Definitely.
will
And
harm you.
yeah, with loneliness and stuff, I think that's definitely come up a lot more now. I think especially with COVID, I think that was
Oh,
a big
yeah.
thing. People were lonely, people they couldn't go and see the people they wanted to see, so they use social media to like contact other people, and these could have been people they don't know, these could have been people that they do know, but there's always that hiding behind a screen. Like in Adolescence, they had this girl was commenting stuff um on his Instagram posts, I believe. And it's just this hiding behind a screen, and also that the police were not um fully educated on what some of these things mean, like different emojis had different meanings. So although these emojis may seem like nothing, they actually had a lot of a meaner, deeper meaning.
Yeah.
So I think Adolescence has pinpointed the fact that um, police need to be more informed on modern social media,
Yeah.
how that can be, but also to be wary of the fact that this is how people connect now, and that it needs to be there in some point for us to connect, because it was difficult times like COVID and being able to
Yeah.
not talk to anyone. I think in college as well, because you guys live far away,
Yeah.
it's nice to be able to connect to you guys via messages, via calls, because otherwise you're very disconnected from the people. But I think it's just the main point is to be wary of what you're doing, what you're saying, and the repercussions of everything that's going on.
And it still needs to be monitored and managed
Yes,
managed properly.
definitely.
Sounds like it's really given a very good viewpoint on how, despite everybody being so connected in our current society, everyone is still, even seeing other people through your phone, you still can be on your own. You still can be
Yeah.
isolated. It sounds like something I should give a watch, guys.
I think you should.
Definitely good
I
watch.
think that was a great way to end this
Yeah,
podcast.
you've really sold me on this. Well, thank you for listening.
Hey, let's be honest. Compliance training is usually awful. But Culture Gem flips the script. It's the world's first fully inclusive, accessible training platform with 8 learning styles, colour customization, and even an escape room video game. And their phishing simulator? You build the scam. It sticks better that way. Smarter training, better retention, and it doesn't cost the earth. Try it free at culturegem.co.uk.
That's a wrap on this episode of Scam Me. Brought to you by Project Sandbox from Inclusive Change at Work CIC, funded by Avon and Somerset Police and Crime Commissioner, supported by South Gloss Disability Equality Network, and sponsored by Culture Gem. Catch you next time, and stay safe out there.